It was a tale of two cities down on the streets of San Francisco. On one level, President Xi Jinping's visit to the United States was an enormous success. All the captains of industry, the generals of industry, the owners of American capital in its hundreds of billions, if not trillions, was there at the top table paying tribute to the court of China. China, the greatest manufacturing power in the entire world and the second biggest economy in the world. It was due respect, and it got it from American capitalism. But Joe Biden was another thing. The Chinese tradition is to endlessly pay respect to older people, and Xi Jinping did that, but it was very difficult. Joe Biden, when he was supposed to stand up, he sat down. He sat down when he was supposed to stand up. He turned right when he was supposed to turn left. He was an embarrassment, frankly, to the United States. And you could see that written all over Antony Blinken's face. In fact, Blinken died 100 deaths during every time that Joe Biden opened his mouth, and nowhere more so than at the now infamous press conference, where, having struggled mightily to lift a huge stone, the United States promptly dropped that huge stone on its own feet when Joe Biden described his guest as a dictator when he was still there in the country. It was the mother of all gaffes, and Blinken died 100 times when he saw it and heard it in real time. And of course the consequences will be grave, because Biden's gaffe unmasks the United States' true intentions towards China. They know that American capitalism needs China. All the world needs China. And at the same time, they simply can't accept that they are being beaten at their own game by what Joe Biden clearly considers to be a dictatorship. The truth is, the dictatorship is us. There's a dictatorship here in Germany, where I'm standing. There's a dictatorship in place in the United States, the dictatorship of the prevailing orthodoxy, where two cheeks of the same backside pretend to be competing for power, but both stand for exactly the same thing. In China, on the other hand, the government enjoys overwhelming support from the public, and Xi Jinping commands enormous respect and support from the public. As a matter of fact, if Xi Jinping was to run for office in the United States, he'd give Joe Biden a good run for his money. So how do we conclude this? There's no war, that's good, but there's no peace either, and that's bad. Because, as Xi Jinping made clear, the only way forward is peaceful coexistence. And I would add, let 1,000 flowers bloom, 100 schools of thought contend, and let the public democratically choose which of these flowers they wish to pluck. I've got no doubt myself that the success of China and the failure of the United States of America has only one eventual outcome.